Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming and watching another video. This is a process video today. Um, I'll have a mixture of process videos and flip throughs. So this is currently part of week 15. It's a panoramic design A Becky Higgins page. So it's a 12 by 12 that's got the little flip out on the side. So I'm just showing you, I'm using some papers, it's a cut apart sheet from scrapbookcustoms.com. I found this, I think I found it at scrapbook.com, but I can't be 100% sure. Because I'm not sure where else I would have found it, but it works perfectly, It means I can tell the story of, being a frontline worker in this time. And it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke at the fact that I found an online Age article that was saying that intensive care nurses it's the most dangerous job in the world or something like that, which is funny because 25 years ago when I did my training, that's not what it was known as. So it's interesting. It shows how the times have changed. And yeah, so I'm using some bits and pieces. So those little people and the what does it say? Helpers are heroes and the little thank you. They were all found from so through tracyreed.com on her COVID roundup. She's listed people that are offering freebies, and I found that from a close to my heart consultant, Jeanette Linton. So thank you to Jeanette for offering those freebies. They worked perfectly. There are a few bits and pieces, but that's fantastic. Down the bottom left there, that was a on Facebook, a little nurse sticking their finger up at the virus itself, and just a couple of other cards that I had in my stash. Not too, I mean, they're recently acquired, but I can never remember who or where I get them from, because when I get them in packages, I tend to just stick them all out into a big collection so I can flip through everything. So this, what I'm cutting down is the Age article that Facebook post references, and I've screenshotted all the different the story. The hardest part was keeping it all in order. And I edited and uploaded it via the Project Life app and then printed it. And so cut it all up, trying to keep it all in order so that it reads from top to bottom in the first column like a newspaper article would, and then the second column. I've just used a 12 by 12 page that I've cut down for that little flip out. Nothing's fancy. It's just a matter of just trying to have no more overwhelming dominant colours, because there are already a lot of dominant blues on that left side. So I'm just taking it from that middle card there that's that paler blue. I'm just trying to draw that over there a little bit. A lot of that card will get covered up with bits and pieces anyway. So here I've just decided that because the story won't completely cover that bottom page, I wanted the strip that's at the top of the top card there to carry on at the bottom. So I'll cut it off in the other half of the page and pop that down, and then I can apply or add these all on. And I'm not going to make you sit through and watch me actually sticking everything. So there they are, all stuck together by the power of video. Fantastic. Got all those stuck on, then I'll start sticking all the embellishments down. I have used a couple of those sticker books, so I've used, just for some bits and pieces for embellishments, I've used the American Crafts book that you can see there. I can't actually find the name of it, but on the back the code is 92993, and I've also used the One Canoe Two sticker book as well, which is 344870. Just for some little heart or exclamation stickers or some word stickers, just for something. It was already a very busy, overwhelming page. I didn't want to add too much. So I was just finding something small in the stash. Here I'm just sticking down my little friends. So I love those little, I just fussy cut those out from what Jeanette had posted. Fussy cut those out, and there, got a couple of nurses and doctors on my page. I've used a few stamps. This one I have no idea who or where it's from. I tend to buy a lot of stamps off like recycle pages or Facebook pages where people aren't using them anymore, and so selling their old stash, and I think this was one of them because I have no idea where this one came from. I also have a tendency when I buy them to not document who or where it's come from. I'm trying to get better at that, but I'm really not that great, and I have thousands of stamps, so you'll see me use a lot over the coming videos because it is becoming my embellishment of choice. I have lots. You can do so much with them, and you can make them whatever colour you want and everything else. So, and they're one dimension. It's just the dimension of them. They're not high. They're not raised. They're not adding bulk to the album that doesn't need bulk added because I've already got a lot of pages in there. So here I'm just starting to put some little currently stamps in. So I'll add on that ANZIC's map. It shows a world map, and it shows like the total number of cases, the total death, the total recovered, all the rest. And when I took the shot of it, it only captured so much of it, and I just thought that'll do. I'm not going to go back. I can't go back. It was done back on April the 8th, is it? I think that says. I think maybe I took this one. No, I didn't take it at work. I took it with my phone. So when I printed it out, because my phone screen shows more than what is actually prints out, I need to try and do something better. I'll think more when I'm actually doing that. So now I'll just go through and I'm just adding some currently. So yep, that bottom one, like I said, was currently watching. So currently watching the toll. This one will be currently reading because it's a newspaper article. And then I'll do, what's the other one? I've done the currently, is it currently thinking, taking nothing for granted, just adding that to that card there. And I will, on that centre card in the middle of the page, I will start with feeling overwhelmed, and I'll later on add currently, so currently feeling overwhelmed. But I don't have a feeling stamp, and so I end up just using some of the tile that was out of one of those sticker books, and I'm happy with how it turned out because it covers that title that's there, that title that you can see there that I don't really want to keep. I don't want to keep that there, so I'm happy to be able to work over the top of that. Sorry, silly stamp pad. I've got to be careful. Spill things. I'm very clumsy. So here's where I'll put the word feeling over the title in the middle, just to change it out. And I'll forget. I'll later come back and add that currently because I won't think of it at the time. So all I've done is that top left card, the card in the top middle, and the taking it day by day. They're all off that Scrapbook Customs sheet. It's basically, I think it's targeted towards somebody being unwell in hospital type thing, but I've just adapted it to telling my story, which is how I like working my stockpile of scrapbook collection.
It's 17 hours.
Sorry about that. I'm using my son's old laptop, so he must have set it so it told him the time so he could get excited for when school finishes. So yep, I'm just still using that what is it? It's Tuxedo Black Memento ink for stamping out the title. So I'm not going to add a lot of embellishments at the end. Oh, this part was fun. So funnily enough, I got this stamp from Lincraft, which is a craft haberdashery store in Australia. It wasn't a lot of money, and I can see why. And funnily enough, the title says "Oh heck," and I was saying other words, not "Oh heck," when I was trying to peel it off. It was, have a look at this. It's mostly off screen. I was getting so frustrated. I couldn't get it to separate from the plastic it was attached to, and I had to give it a really good hard rip to get it off there. Didn't damage the material that it's made of. So I've just cut off the bottom section. I can't remember what it says, but it's something like I missed your birthday or something like that. It's a stamp designed towards oh heck, I missed your birthday, like a belated birthday card stamp or something like that. So I'm just making it my own and how I want it. Now I'll find a stamp block that is a better size. I didn't think to season a stamp. I don't know why I didn't, but I do some practice stamping and I'm not impressed with how it looks, and that's because it's never been used before. So rather than using my Memento stamp pad, ink pad, I decided to pull out my Stays On and try it with that. Still the same thing, still needs to be seasoned properly. It is clearer, a little bit more crisp, so I decided to go with that. Excuse me. And I've found that the K on that was gathering too much ink, so I'll just fiddle around and just see if I can do it so that it's less gluggy in that corner. So I'll just not tap it as much when I'm covering that side. I'm happy with how that turned out. I don't really do much else to that card. From memory, I get a lot of ink on myself, as I always do. Clumsy, I think I've said that already. I won't rush to use that one again, that was frustrating. Hopefully it comes off easier next time. So I haven't really scrapbooked a lot of coronavirus pages. I've got a few, but I'm trying to break it up so that there's not too much about it. But this is really the spread from my work point of view, and the journaling I won't include in this video. It will come later. It'll be very personal in that it'll cover just the feelings of anxiety prior to going to work, not knowing what to experience before you get there, things like that. So yeah, it'll be very personal. I won't be sharing that with anybody. And then also then I'll tend towards some humorous journaling when I cover the fact that, when I first got into ICU nursing, it was never thought to be one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. So how ironic it is, it seemed quite a stable job when I was training many years ago. So I just showed that I've got the multiple spots with the currently and how I want to add one more. It'll make a fourth one, but oh well, it just ties in. You've got the currently thinking, currently watching, currently feeling, and currently reading. So I'll get that one stamped out. And then I think I'm going to start looking for, I'm going to look through those sticker books and find just some little very simple embellishing. So I'm just going to use some little sticky hearts, some exclamation marks, some crosses, just something small that isn't too overwhelming on such busy pages. I've got that trick of using that Amy Tangerine pad from somebody in place of a stamper's companion, and it works a treat. It's small, doesn't get in the way. I've got enough big things on my table. I don't need anything else getting in the way, so it's handy to have on the table. So it's this one. This is the One Canoe Two sticker book that I was talking about. This is handy because it's got the navy. I wanted the navy hearts just to draw in a bit of the blue and the red, because there's red in a few spots with the top cards, and then the little bag under the Taking It Day by Day, and also on that worldwide map. Now, I don't know why I do this. I'm not happy with how it turns out, but it's done. Maybe one day I'll go back and fix it, but at the moment, progress, not perfection. Don't care. I really don't care that much about it. So, I mean, it's not that I don't care about the page. I don't care about something that doesn't inspire me or overwhelm me. So here I decide I'd like to try and stick some little exclamation marks down. But once bitten, twice shy with putting stickers straight onto cards. So I fetched a little piece of acetate out of my rubbish bin, the edge of something, and I thought I'd just stick them on, see what it looks like, and if I'm happy, then I can pull them off. And sure enough, I'm happy with how they go, so I do that. I can then peel them off the acetate and pop them straight onto the page. I usually have some acetate or excess page protector or something lying around for that reason. So that's pretty much the page done, apart from a few more basic embellishments. So thank you very much for coming and watching my layout. I'd love it if you were to look back at some of my other videos. So at this time I've got some flip throughs, maybe a process video, but I'm hoping to try and do some more. I'm always working on scrapbook pages, so I'll try and just get in the habit of videoing more often, and even if I have to just do some voiceover or some music to it. Nothing inspiring, they're not brilliant pages, nothing new or that you've never seen, but it's just hopefully motivation for people to keep working on their albums, keep telling stories from different points of view, that type of thing. So yeah, I've got 3 sons. They don't particularly like having their photo taken all the time, but at the end of the day, they don't mind having a look through every so often and just reliving some of the stories. Yeah. So I'll just flick through here and decide nothing excites me until I find this page. And continuing with the same little exclamation marks, I figure I'd have a little joke with the card that says that it's most dangerous job or something like that. I can't read it from where I'm seeing, but yeah, just a bit of a joke. I'm like, seriously? But I had a seriously stamp I could have used, but never mind. Done enough. There's enough on the page. Don't need to add any more. So that top helpers are heroes. That will be where the journaling goes. I don't think I might add much more journaling to it on any other pages, because thankfully all that writing from the age story will all be covered under the flap, so that'll all fold back over, so you'll only see that first strip, the first the hospital card, the taking it day by day, me with the mask that I had a teacher at the school create with a 3D printer, the virus down the bottom. You'll only see that section when the flip goes over. So here I'm just going to add a bit of a laugh at the fact that they're telling just how scary our job is and what parts of it make it scarier than others. It's not normally a scary job, intubating a patient, but when they've got a virus it's highly contagious, well then it does make it higher risk. So I stick these first two down nicely, happy with that. Then I decide to put the other one off a little bit askew and it catches, and I've got no choice. It's not exactly the angle I wanted, but no choice, I couldn't change it, so I just have to go with it. Don't like the way it's sitting, but can't get it off, just leave it be. So thank you very much for watching. Please, I would love some subscribers, and also if you could like or comment on the video, that'd be great. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.